John Cutchy is great.
And
I mean, I think we've had a great experience with the coaches, and I think there's a good balance in personalities. You know, some people are maybe more intense than others, but and encouraging. And I think Drew has learned a tremendous amount. I mean, more than I'm just amazed. So I think we've been very happy and certainly appreciate all of the time and effort and energy that the coaches have put into this team.
Yeah, I agree with that also. I just, this coaching group, the fact that they've stayed together and the bulk of the kids have stayed together, I think has really been a key reason they've developed so well. And these coaches, I know you give up a lot of your own time, not even just with the practices and the games, but a lot of other things that you do. And I really do appreciate that. And I think Drew's skills, if he didn't have this coaching core, he would not be at the level he's at now. And there is a good balance of coaching. Steve is kind of the he calms things down when it gets a little tense, but no, it's a good mix, and I enjoy watching you guys out there and working with the kids. You do a phenomenal job.
One thing that really stands out again is the compassion that the coaches have for the kids. When Nate got clocked by a ball, we actually had one of the coaches send an email the next day checking in, following up on him. So those little things mean a lot, not only to the parent but to the player as well. Again, for the coaching staff at large, it's really that positive attitude that really stands out for me. I think the cohesiveness amongst the coaching staff is something that we haven't always experienced in our career thus far of a 11-year-old in athletics. So that's much appreciated.
I think the coaches did a phenomenal job, and a lot of that was because of the different personalities on the team and what they had to deal with. And I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it because I'd coached for so long that it was just nice to sit back and watch somebody else do it and not have to worry about it.
But I think all the coaches have good strengths and they worked well together. Whether it was the pitching or hitting or even the fielding, I think they all worked. I think it was a good group.
Everybody did I think all the coaches did a great job.
I think, of course, it starts with Cutchy. John has been doing this for 25 plus years, and if you do the math, he's been doing this since he was 18 or 19 or 20. And he has that unique longitudinal view of kids and baseball and kids and emotions. He definitely is passionate about the game, and Cutch, I hope you're seeing this. Some of the funniest times are when Cutchy's been asked to leave the game by the umpire, because anybody who knows Cutchy knows he steps back from situations, he looks at things, he makes rational, calm choices, but he loves this game. And I hate to point out those two things, but that's what's kind of made it fun. And so you think about Cutchy that way. Corey is the ever-present calm Corey. I know he's thinking baseball inside, but my guess is people on the bleachers and in the stands and even on the bench think it's calm and it's cool. And Corey, like John, has been that ever-present calming factor. I think of Tony Brust. Tony Brust knows baseball, and I miss the Brust family. They're good people. Tony knows a heck of a lot about the game, and he's a good man. He's a real good man. And then I think of Dell. Dell has probably forgotten more about baseball than I will ever know. And I've had the opportunity to coach with Dell in different sports, and Dell is the ultimate competitor, and he is focused on winning, which is wonderful. I think that has brought an edge to our team that we needed. The way he goes about it may be different than the sort of the uber calm Corey or John, but there's a whole lot of love and passion behind that, and it's important that people don't forget that. But then you think about too the backbone of the organization, the Mike Rices, the Shelby Bushmans. Fields don't line themselves. Fields don't mow themselves. They will step in at every time. And I know it's been tough for John to say, here are the official coaches, and these are the only 4. But I think anybody from the stands, from parents to kids, the difference between Coach Cutchy and somebody who is not a coach is marginal in a kid's mind. They are all adults and coaches to these kids. Being a coach of my own son has been a challenge. It's really been a challenge. Not athletically. I've said it before and I'll say it again, this is not about baseball. But by the same token, we've had some nice long car rides and some giggles and some laughs and some emotional times as well. From home runs to 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. I've sat back and I've watched my kid grow in this area, and that's been neat. But ultimately, it's been an honor to be an official coach of these kids. That's a big deal to me.
As a group, honestly believe there isn't. I'm not trying to be cookie cutter here. I don't think there's a better group of coaches out there that care more about the kids than they do winning. And to me, that's important as a parent, because the kids have got to have fun and they got to learn, and then winning. That's those 3 in that order.
I also appreciate the part where they put an emphasis on life, not just baseball.
True.
Just class act all the way around. There was always a coach that was encouraging or had something good to say and could make a loss a positive. I know Corey used to say prayers for safety. Those things are impeccable, and they refocus on what is important. I think Coach Cutchy also had something about the Cal Ripken patch. When they were playing, if they were having fun, that they were to touch their patch. I may have this story wrong. And then I know the one season where we had the breast cancer patch, that was about when they were having a hard time and they had to dig down and they did focus on things that were real life struggles and battles. I don't know. Most coaches don't let them play wall ball and goof off and run around Heritage and be a bunch of young guys hanging out. That's what makes leaders when they grow up.
The difficulties is I see a lot of myself in him, but I don't know how to relate. I don't know how to communicate to him to make him better, because I get frustrated because I'm trying to explain something to him and my frustration becomes his frustration.
It's just good to see. It's I think a very well structured coaching group that works very well together, is my opinion. But like I said, I think of all the teams, I think we're very well rounded and well coached.
Okay, so we had a tough game today. Tomorrow we gotta come back and get 10 rumbles so we can get a good seating in this tournament. Okay, so be here tomorrow an hour before the game, and we gotta get a good warm up in so we can play good.
Coach,
We'll be wearing all white, and
you guys are looking mighty fine.
yeah, we'll be playing the Savannah team, and we're gonna win this thing.
Alright, we gotta go. Hi, my name's Coach Dale. How you doing, guys?
Shut up. Go home. Hold up.
How do you think Brett played today?
Oh, I think he did pretty good, just to let you know. Yeah, I'm kidding. He sucks.
Take it out of it. He's coached out.
So, yeah. What? He's down for you. Alright, I gotta go. Sorry, guys.